lost because I believed the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me.
Alright, good morning YouTube. I'm OGF, this is Rage. We're on our way to Goa. Welcome to the channel. Now we're on our way to the KTM Meetup in Mapusa in Goa, which is going to take place this Saturday, which is tomorrow, the 22nd of September. I'm meeting up with Brian, who's riding a KTM Duke 200 to Goa along with me. And we're meeting up at Mankur and then heading over to Lonavala, Nepani, blah blah blah. You know the drill. It's not the first time I'm going to go out on this channel. Just stopped here at the HP petrol pump to withdraw some cash. You always want to keep some amount of cash handy because you never know what kind of petrol pumps you'll run into on the way to Goa. Some take cards, some don't. Yeah, we talk about digital India, but the reality of the situation is different. So we've got the Duke 200 with us. Brian's CBR 650 had some work remaining to be completed on it, so he didn't want to risk it on this ride. And Dylan's Duke 200 was available because Dylan doesn't ride as much as he used to. Yes, I said that, Dylan. Do something about it. A lot of people don't know this, but Brian's probably one of the most experienced riders I know personally. He's gone to Bhutan, he's done Ladakh several times, he's done a K2K ride, I believe, he's done a Golden Quadrilateral ride as well. I think they have a Limca book of records as well as the Brotherhood of Tourers, and quite a few other rides as well. In fact, he's doing a ride to the south, I think, later in this year also. So yeah, while he might not feature a lot on my channel and you think he doesn't ride as much as we do, he's busy doing way bigger rides than we are. So doesn't have any social media handles, not that kind of person, just likes to ride. Not sure if you can see the mountains from over here, but there's a lot of fog up ahead. Should be an interesting ride through the twisties over here.
A few moments later.
I love the reveal that takes place over here. You think you're going to a long bending left and then suddenly, whoops, there's Lonavala. And how about that for a view? Alright, it is 7 o'clock in the morning now, almost. We've reached Lonavala. 630 rupees worth of fuel have gone into Rage now, roughly around 7 liters worth of fuel. And we've got daylight on our side, so we're going to try to make the most of it. Let's do this. Wow, check this place out, man. 7 o'clock in the morning, nice and cold. Sun's out, KTMs flying through the mountains. Alright, first stop of the ride is here at McDonald's. We're done here with breakfast at McDonald's, just a few kilometers outside of Pune, I think. And our next stop hopefully should be somewhere close to Nepani. Now how's that for a riding position? Not pondering, zero lean angle, but the knee is out, and he's got one of those face bras on. ये Red Bull का कितना?
बिल्कुल ठंडा नहीं है सर।
You'll have a warm one, it's fine. We've done close to around, I think, 240 kilometers already. The sun's out now officially and it's starting to heat up here. But I think John Mayer, Red Hot Chili Peppers and Rage Against the Machine can help me stay awake. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this meetup in Goa. It's been a while. I think November last year was the last time I was in Goa for India Bike Week. Judging by the poll on Instagram, which I released recently, I'm expecting about 50 to 60 people to show up for this event. I could be wrong, but I hope I'm not. And I believe the Mapusa KTM showroom as well can accommodate close to that many people. So it should be good if we can get that crowd in. Again, from what I'm told, there's going to be KTM representatives addressing the crowd and sharing details about the legacy behind KTM's racing history. They're also going to talk about KTM India and how they've performed over the last few years, what's in it for their customers, and eventually also share details about what kind of exchange offers or finance schemes are available in case you're looking to join the Orange Army. GPS settings on the OnePlus 3T, which is the phone I use, are pretty messed up. In fact, it's very hard for me to actually get a accurate location of where I am using that phone. And I've read multiple forums about the OnePlus 3T and there's other users as well who've experienced that. So for me to use that phone as my primary GPS navigation device is a bit risky because I've got lost quite a few times. You would have seen it in my vlogs, and I've had to make quite a few corrections to the route I'm taking. And understand that I'm talking about the default Google Maps app which is on my phone. But surprisingly, the Maximus Pro app which I use has been able to track my location a lot more efficiently, and using this display system over here, it's made it a lot easier for me to track my location and figure out where I need to be turning and so on and so forth. It gives you a prompt about where your next turn is going to be, how many kilometers or meters ahead that is, and it also gives you a small indication on the top right hand corner about what your next turn after that's going to be. So if you have like a right turn coming up in a kilometer and then you have a left turn immediately after that, it gives you that indication so that you're kept alert about it and you are paying attention to that left turn which comes ahead after your right turn. So I think that's a handy feature. Finally, there's a system again which is connected to the battery on this motorcycle which allows you to track your motorcycle. So if you've parked it somewhere and some dumbass comes and sits on it and starts moving it around or tries to steal the motorcycle as well, you'll be able to get the exact GPS location of where the motorcycle is. In fact, earlier this year when we were riding to Gujarat and Rage broke down, when the motorcycle was being towed back to the service center, I had a GPS location of exactly where it was the entire time. And I was really amazed about how accurate it was, because we were following at times on the Ninja 650 and we managed to track it the entire way, which was really nice. Also, I get quite a few questions from you guys about the luggage that I carry on Rage during these rides. And it really depends on how long I'm going to be staying at the location I'm going to. Considering we're only going to be in Goa for a day or so, I've carried the Viaterra Fly version 2, I think, non-magnetic tank bag. That has my drone, the Canon G7X Mark II in there. It has my rain gear, it has all my charging cables and chargers, it has the batteries for my GoPro, for the Osmo, for the drone. It has pretty much everything you'd want to carry in there. Apart from that, in terms of luggage, I've got the Kriega US10 pack, which is a tail pack, which can also be doubled up as a extension of the Kriega R20 backpack that I've got, that is strapped onto the back of the motorcycle. So that's being used as a tail bag right now, or a tail pack. You can call it whatever you want. That has the DJI Osmo in it. It's got clothes for 2 days in there, and it's also got my casual shoes squeezed into that as well. Now you must know that the US 10 pack is a completely waterproof pack, and I have tested that as well, mind you. That's pretty much it. So I hope that answers your questions about the luggage that I use while touring. If you've got questions, ask them in the comment section. The video is not over yet though. Let me catch you guys in a second. Okay, so this time around we've not stopped at Goa West, we stopped at Hotel Satyavati, and we've got our friend over here who's been trying to meet me for the last 3 years, and he's finally managed to meet us. So Sidesh here stays just about a few kilometers around Nipani, I believe, yeah? Nipani. And when he saw the Instagram stories, he came out and he met us. He had all 3 stickers with me, so I gave him one of each. So now you've got your entire collection complete. Yeah. So whatever you've missed in the last 3 years, you've got now over this one lunch. Yeah? Well, it was nice, so nice meeting you. Thank you so much for coming here, and I'll see you around. So we've got around 18 kilometers more to go towards Belgaum, the city that is. And that's the point, I think, from where we have to go under the bridge, I believe, and take a right.
The moment when you posted that you are in the Goa West,
So come on the side now, come on the side.
I just came and stood by.
Okay.
And every bike I was just wondering, like, did you leave? Did you leave?
Okay, so we've got Rudy over here in front of me. He is one of my subscribers who I just met now on the way to Chorla, and he's been kind enough to guide us towards Chorla Ghat and then head back. I think it's a few kilometers away from where he stays, but he's been kind enough to show us the way. Thank you again, Rudy, and your Instagram ID is on the screen in 3, 2, 1, bam! It is now 3:30 and we've got somewhat clear roads ahead of us. Let's hope it stays that way, and let's hope the weather behaves itself too. I'm gonna let Brian take over from here because he's better with unfamiliar roads. Alright, okay, it was nice meeting you. Thank you again.
Bye-bye.
Bye, see you. Ridhima Shinde, finally. So she's another subscriber of mine through Instagram who I've had the chance to chat with a couple of times. Last time as well, I remember when I was coming back through Chorla, of course it was in pitch darkness. She messaged me on Instagram when I reached back in Mumbai saying that she thought she'd bump into me over here, but unfortunately our timings were different. This time around she waited after the last story that I posted on Instagram, and fate just so had it that we met. And here we are, people. This is the Ghat section of Chorla, and it's looking beautiful. Right, so this is the place now we were riding through last time when we were coming back, and as scary as it looks now, I mean it looks beautiful, it's not scary of course, but imagine this place at 3 o'clock in the morning with fog covering the entire road. Yeah, something right out of a horror movie. The greenery, man, around here is insane. Insane. And there's monkeys around here too, wow. I'm gonna give up now really because there's just so much to see around here. I don't know if you can see past that area on the right, but you can probably see the entire valley from there, and it's completely covered in fog. What a place, man, what a place. Alright, we're just done with Chorla Ghat, and we have set our GPS for Arpora, which is where we're staying. For some reason it says Hathkamba Goa Road. I don't know if that's the same place, but let Google Auntie guide the way. Chorla at the start was brilliant, but then it started to kind of deteriorate later on. And I think the latter section of Chorla was very similar to what Amboli Ghat was like. So that was a bit disappointing, but I mean the part of Chorla which was still in good shape was, wow, it was just something else. Put a smile on my face throughout the ride. Alright, I think we're somewhere near Panjim right now, heading towards Mapusa. and considering it's one of the more urbanized areas in Goa, and there's going to be a little more traffic than the rest of it. Touchdown, Goa. We are in Bardez and we're heading towards Arpora, which should take a couple of minutes from here.